Welcome to our series of building financial streams of income. And in this video, we will be looking at the informal sector. Most times, our attention is on the formal sector. Formal. Banking, insurance, manufacturing, education. But the informal sector, we don't always talk about it. And gold mine of economic opportunities and prosperity is in the informal sector. And that's what we'll be talking about today. And the first one I'll be talking about today is food vending. Food vending. Getting some raw materials of food, some raw food, processing them, and selling them out to people, in exchange for money. In the local parlance, you call it a mama put, in a buka where you have somebody, cooking rice or beans or food in morsels like fufu, abu, with ogbono and egusi, iwedu, amala, and all sorts. Food vending. And I want to and today I'll be talking about why food vending is a smart choice for income generation and unemployment reduction. Year in, year out, we've got hundreds of thousands of youths graduating from universities, polytechnics, colleges of education, monotechnics, after youth service, roaming about looking for job. And some, by the time they get employed, they get paid stipend. And 2, 3, 4, 5 years in that kind of employee-employer relationship, the person in question finds it even difficult to save, let alone talk about investing. We have been there, and so I can talk about it. And actually, that's not even where we're going. I'm just saying that to tell you how unemployment is rising every day. That's actually a problem. But today's topic is going to reduce the rate of unemployment in our economy. It pains me, like I always say, that the category of people who suffer unemployment most, especially in Nigeria, are graduates, the schooled, people who have been to school, the literates, suffering unemployment. I've always questioned what kind of education, a kind of education that prepares you only to be an employee for somebody. That's for another day. But now I want to be talking about why food vending is actually what we're talking about today. We have so many, we have over 70 of them to talk about in this series. But this video for today will be talking about food vending. And I'll be giving you reasons why you should consider food vending as an economic activity for generating more streams of income as well as reducing unemployment. So the first reason why food vending is considered a smart choice for anyone at all is that there's always high demand. High demand. Food is a basic necessity and people must eat. People must work. People must chop. A person may not have money to buy luxury. As a matter of fact, someone may spend months not buying clothes, not buying shoes, not buying a car or vehicles. But a day will not pass without food, with food not entering the belly. So high demand. One of the reasons why you should consider food vending is high demand. People will always eat at least once in a day. You know that on the average, people eat 1, 2, 3 breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But at least somebody's gonna eat once. So there's always high demand for food. Okay, so let me talk about the reasons why food vending is always in high demand. Number one, it is an essential need. You must eat to have strength. You must eat to have energy. People must eat, you understand, to be active in their businesses. So people must always ask for food. So people must always look for food where there is a food vendor selling food, and they must buy. Another reason why food businesses is always in high demand is growing population. Nigeria's population is growing at a very high rate. We are now over 200 million. 200 million Nigerians. As you know, the more the population, the more the demand for food. So growing population. So another reason is urbanization. One of the reasons why food is always in high demand is urbanization. People are moving from village to the city. People want to come and see what is in the city. The city is more attractive, and so people come crossing from villages, from rural area to urban area. So urbanization is one of the factors why food is always in high demand. The next reason why food is always in high demand is busy lifestyles. People are busy. And so when people are busy doing one sort of job or the other, they don't have that time to start cooking or whatsoever. Somebody has left about 10 kilometers or 20 kilometers away from his house. So he can't afford to be carrying food here and there. So definitely he'll be looking for any food vendor around. So busy lifestyles. Again, the next reason why food is always in high demand is diverse consumer base. As a food vendor, there are diverse consumer base. You may focus on selling food, vending food for students in a school or in a company or in a mechanical workshop. Various consumer base. These are some of the factors that make food business always in high demand. The next factor is health and safety trends. Some folks may not be comfortable eating junks, taking carbonated drinks and some snacks like that. They just want where someone is cooking food, where they can taste oil and salt, and some pepperish sensations on the tongue. Okay, so health and safety trends. Okay, so people will always look for a food vendor, all right, where they can get some food. And then the next one is events and gatherings. There's always Owambe. There's always events and gatherings. And so there will always be demand for food. Okay, and you as a food vendor, you may always be contracted for producing food for occasions. Another reason is economic accessibility. It's easy to access a vendor. Very easy. Easier and affordable. And that high demand is number one reason why you should consider food vending. So another reason why you should consider food vending, apart from the fact that it is high demand, is low startup costs. You don't need hundreds of millions, to start food vending. With less than 20,000 naira, you can start food vending. You may start with rice cooking, jollof or fried rice or whatever, or beans. The startup is very low. Why? Because the ingredients you need are low. You don't need to buy in bags. You may buy in cups, in noodles, we call them. The ingredients are very small, and you don't even need large number of staff. You could even start as a one-man squad. So the startup of food vending is very low. The next one is flexible location. If you are selling here in point A and you consider that point B is more strategic, you may just switch. So flexible location. The next one is quick turnover. Because there's always high demand. It's every day. The demand is every day and in hours. Frequency of transaction makes for quick turnover, and that quick turnover helps you to recover your capital in a short while. The next reason why you should consider food vending is wide market. People have different preference for food. Some are for tuwo, some are for amala, some are for fufu, some are for abu, some are for different kind of even soup. Some are for edikankon, some are for white food, some are for ewedu, and diverse, wide market. Okay. And then another reason why you should consider food vending is scalability. You can scale. You can start from small level, gradually. It is easy to scale with food vending business. I'm sure you are gaining some things, and if that is true, please, I would like you to subscribe to this channel so that you can always be notified anytime we make production of valuable videos like this. So the next reason to consider food vending is that it requires minimal educational qualification. As a matter of fact, most food vendors in Nigeria didn't go past secondary school. They don't have more than O-level certificate. Many didn't even have more than first school leaving certificate, primary school. And so minimal educational certificate is a requirement, is another benefit of considering food vending as a business. The last one to discuss today as benefits of considering food vending business is employment generation. If you start as one person and you have your food being produced hygienically, and your food is delicious, and you have good customer service, in a matter of weeks, the expansion will require that you employ minimum of one person to join your business. And as it expands, you begin to generate more employment. Employment opportunities are there with food vending as business opportunity. And so what are you thinking about? So rather than being depressed, having no idea of what to do, food vending business can help you that. I'm telling you, think of this. And how do you get started? Think of which of the diverse variety of foods you want to start with. You may start with producing jollof rice or fried rice or noodles, and before you know, the sky is your stepping stone. So thank you for your time. See you in the next video where we'll be talking about more opportunities, more business opportunities that you may start with low business capital. So thank you for your time. See you in the next video.